Okay, go.
All right, back here on KJagradio.com. We might as well go with that one. I am, of course, Jiggy Jag, Jigman Freud, out here at the Metro, here in the great city of Hutchinson, Kansas. And I'm going to get the heck out of the way and let the people with talent talk. 5-man trio. What the hell's going on, gentlemen?
Well, we just played for 3 hours. We're a little beat. We love playing here because we get to do stuff like this. This and the Artichoke in Wichita, I think we hold the records for playing. But one time we started at 8 o'clock, I think, in the Artichoke, and I don't think we stopped until about 2 in the morning. We never repeated a song, and we never took a break. And just like tonight, we played straight through from 7 till 10. And we could have kept going another 45 minutes. I don't know. Greg, I assure you. I don't know if I could.
I'm amazed that you guys switched off instruments like you did, and it was just like no big deal. It's like you've done this a few times.
We have. I mean, we probably played at least 50 gigs a year for a long time, probably upwards of closer to 75, 100 something.
Yeah.
But we were together for about 5 or 6 years. So it's just like putting on an old shirt.
Well, I know when I interviewed you guys, I think it was in 2005. You guys had put in some years by then. So.
It must have been around 2002.
2002?
We're thinking it's about 10 years, 19 years that we started this.
That's cool. How do you keep all that drumming and all that craziness together? It's got to be. I know you told me muscle memory earlier, but that's
sure it is. You know, it's the same set of skills as one uses playing a standard drum set.
Yeah.
It's just I've modified it to include the hand drums. Drummers call it 4-way independence. So you know, I think once a drummer had that down, they could do the kind of thing I'm doing. It's a little odd doing the hand motions at first, as opposed to holding sticks. You know, the correct hand motions, the strokes to play the hand drums. So once you get it down, and as he said, we used to play at least 1 gig a week for the majority of the year for many years running. So
a lot of times it was 2, sometimes 3 times a week.
Yeah. So once the tune comes up, it's just, you know, just let it go.
And the harmonica thing, when you're switching off the harmonicas, how many harmonicas do you have? How many do you use on a...
Yeah, it's an expensive instrument to play. You know, they don't last for a long time. I probably have about 8 or 10 different.
That's cool.
Different needs. Yeah.
Is there a purpose for having all the different ones, or
some are in different keys, some are in different registers.
That's cool.
Some play lower and higher.
Yeah.
Heat, they're not getting heat, so hopefully they'll last. Wear them out. Really? I didn't think you could wear out harmonica. Yeah. No? What happens? The reeds get bad inside? I thought about that. Huh.
Now, talk to me about some of the, I know you guys had a lot of cool favorite songs that the crowd requested and kept wanting to hear over and over and over. Is there some reason that you guys do these shows and people are just like, hey, we want to hear this?
What I think we either consciously or unconsciously try to do is cover the widest range of emotions possible in the evening. If it's all loud, that gets old. If it's all stupid, it gets old. If it's all slow, it gets old.
Yeah.
So that's the joy of playing in this group with these 2 guys. It doesn't matter.
Because it was like a roller coaster.
Yeah, you can't ever tell what's going to happen next. And although the songs are the same, they're never played the same.
Yeah.
Never play them the same way. And it's kind of like improvising that, because you know them so well that you can now express something that you haven't done before. And especially when we get together so rarely now, there's a lot more freedom to be objective about it. So
Yeah, I love the way that they put it on the Metro website that this is the 5-man trio reunion for the last time ever.
Again.
Oh, yeah?
Again.
Again.
Yet again.
Well, I think back to your original question, that's a big part of it. You know, we did run our circuit so frequently for so long. We have people that have been with us almost from day one, and it's not something I've experienced much in other bands, but with this band, almost from the very beginning, we had this very real connection with people. And it's taken on a certain family dimension, and
You can say cult.
I was avoiding that.
Use the word cult here.
And
5-man trio cult.
not just
Very
us.
small cult. Very small. Starter cult.
It's a starter cult.
Not just the three of us, but the people who come out to hear us. We've all got certain memories about the songs. Certain occasions that we play them, certain occasions that we play them. You know, people want to reconnect with that.
Yeah.
We played in Silverton, Colorado 2 or 3 times. And a lot of these people went up there with us. And it was just, you know, a lot of these songs came out of those trips. And
That is cool.
we were always thinking about adding new stuff. We played here, Artichoke, El Dorado Iron Horse, the place up in Hillsboro we played, just around here, and it was always places that people sat and listened, and everywhere we went we would get people that kept coming when he played again, and so it became a really integral part of our lives, you know. Still is.
I thought it was cool with the crowd tonight. There was several people that had the different versions of the 5-man trio T-shirts.
Yeah, I hadn't seen those in a while.
I thought those were nice.
Well, again, that's the reunion aspect of it, you know, getting everybody together. People from all over the state.
Well, throughout the years of me going to concerts and things and doing interviews, I will see every once in a while someone wearing a 5-man trio shirt, and I'm like, well, that is so cool.
That's great. That's great.
It's like people remember you guys or something. I don't know.
Well, name somebody else that's doing anything close to it.
Well, it's
I mean, most people, it's bar bands, it's cover tunes, it's unoriginal. It's you know.
look at all the outdoor festivals in central Kansas.
Oh yeah.
Nobody is doing the stuff you guys are
That's
doing.
what we started doing, and you know, and I wish we'd meet more often so we could do some of the harder tunes that we used to do. We used to do some pieces Dave wrote that were almost 10 minutes long that are just intricate, and it'd be pretty risky to do them now. But you know, I would like to see that kind of stuff again. But, you know, like I said, we were always, I think that's kind of the crowd we get too, is people that want to hear originality, and but you know, they like original music. So.
I did like the Perfect Man song. I liked hearing that again. I thought that was nice.
That's always a good one.
Yeah, it's always remember all the stupid words. Well, you know, some of these things haunt me because I wrote that in a car, you know, on a trip while I was driving. I wrote the entire song in about the length of time it takes to. Same with the Ween song. I wrote these things in the car on the way to a gig and sang them that day. You know, that kind of stuff. And,
you just kind of showed up and they memorized the parts, and you guys just go.
And then people start requesting it, and then you have to memorize it. And then you know,
Now, tell me about the individual projects that you guys have going. I know you've got this really cool solo ritmo thing that you do on a few occasions, which is really cool.
That's a fairly new thing for me.
Yeah.
I've only done the 2 shows thus far.
That is like the perfect gig for like a river festival or something like that. You can do that.
We'll see.
That is so cool.
I'm still working out the format of the performance. instruments and some of the special effects, as it were. But yeah, we'll see where that goes. We'll see where that goes.
Now, I know you guys have CDs and all sorts of things.
Since moving to St. Louis, I don't play with the group anymore, but Dave plays a lot of gigs and with his group. And I direct an orchestra and a symphonic band and do a lot of arranging and composing and stuff like that. I've got my guitar out a couple more times recently, so I hope to get that stuff back going again. It was so much a part of my life, and I'd like to keep it going. But Dave, what are you doing? Your group pilot band? And
I'm in a cover band in Kansas City called the Group Pilots. I also do a lot of solo stuff.
That's cool.
Just put out a CD, and these guys are on the CD. So it's the CD the five-man trio would have done if we hadn't together.
No, I think we could maybe do another at a distance. Maybe emailing
we
us
have the
files.
technology.
We have the technology. That's right. It'd be kind of fun to do.
Well, I know the answer to this next question, but I'm sure people are going to be asking when they watch this. Where'd you get the name Five Man Trio?
It wasn't me that thought with you, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I thought it was horribly original, but then it turned out there were like 2 other bands. But it, you know, very organically.
Well, now there's all these restaurants, Five Guys restaurants. You have nothing
We have
to do
not,
with
no,
that.
alas, we get numbers. But you know, very organically, it grew up into this multi-instrumental thing.
Yeah.
In which, you know, I play that hybrid kit and have the other hand drums and effects. You know, switching guitars, basses, mandolins, wind instruments, all that. You know, how do you encapsulate the idea of that sort of variety, yet, you know, a very clear personality of the group?
Plus, it sounds cool. Five-man trio, as opposed to say the three-man quintet. That just doesn't roll. You know?
It doesn't roll.
It's not marketable.
T-shirts would have to be.
That's right.
You'd have to have long sleeves.
Nobody knows what a quintet is.
That whole do the math thing that's on the back of the shirt.
I think
That was Dave. That was
That was
Dave.
Dave's idea.
That was Dave's.
Sure, okay.
No, that was Dave's.
Yeah.
Do the math, Five-Man Trio sums it up perfectly.
Well, it's nice to see you guys again. And,
Thank you. Thanks.
Enjoyed catching up with you guys after all these years and chatting and everything.
Let's do it again.
We will.
Now, when is the next Five-Man Trio concert that's never going to happen again?
Actually, they have agreed very graciously for playing for Change Day at Cali
That's cool.
College. That's September 22nd. Playing for Change is a international charity that supports music education programs in developing countries.
That's
They
cool.
establish schools. They you know, buy local instruments. They support local faculty.
Yeah.
Africa, Central and South America,
That is really cool.
India, throughout Europe. Their goal is to double the scope in terms of number of schools, number of programs.
That's cool.
So we are doing a marathon concert. You can find it at playingforchangeday.org. That'll be September 22nd, 8 p.m. Arc City. Now, the marathon starts at about noon. The details are still worked out, but again, it's playingforchangeday.org. It's a great event, global event.
Cool stuff.
So the Five-Man Trio is now going to try to save the world, and I think we can do it.
Well, I think you could. There's going to be a cartoon at some stage of the game, I'm thinking.
Hey, thank you very much.
Definitely. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for doing this. Appreciate it.
Now, do you want to do?
That's it.